You are watching Lekki Prime News. I am Ahmed Kags. The headlines. Breaking: Peter Obi dumps ADC. Xenophobic attacks. Federal government South Africa involved meeting in Abuja on Monday. Crypto goes mainstream. What it means for Nigerians. Now the details. On Sunday, May 3rd, 2026, Peter Obi officially announced his resignation from the African Democratic Congress (ADC), marking a significant shift in Nigeria's opposition landscape ahead of the 2027 general elections. In a detailed statement shared via his verified social media handles, the former Labour Party presidential candidate cited an increasingly toxic political environment and persistent internal crisis within the party as the primary reasons for his departure. Obi revealed that his decision followed deep personal reflection on the state of the nation, noting that the political space has become dominated by suspicion, intimidation, and legal battles that distract from the urgent needs of the Nigerian people. He expressed frustration that humility is often misread as weakness within the country's political structures and lamented that the system often works against those seeking genuine reform. While his exit is definitive, Obi was carefully to clarify that his resignation was not due to personal grievances with the ADC's top leadership, specifically expressing continued respect for the party's chairman, Senator David Mack, and his political ally, Ajah Bubakar. Instead, he pointed to external and internal forces, including what he described as state-sponsored destabilization through endless court cases that has hindered the party's effectiveness as a platform for change. Reaffirming his commitment to national renewal, Obi emphasized that he is not desperate for any specific office, but remains dedicated to the vision of a new Nigeria where citizens can live in dignity. His departure leaves the burgeoning opposition coalition in a state of flux as supporters and political analysts wait to see whether he will return to the Labour Party, joining a new movement, or spearhead a fresh alliance for the upcoming election cycle. The Nigerian federal government summoned South Africa's acting High Commissioner to a meeting in Abuja on Monday, or May 2026, to address the escalating anti-foreigner sentiment and violence. This diplomatic intervention, announced by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, followed a series of intense protests and documented attacks in South Africa that have targeted foreign nationals and their businesses. Recent results indicate that the unrest has led to at least 2 Nigerian fatalities and widespread harassment, with some protesters even attempting to remove children of migrants from schools. The Nigerian government intends to formally convey its profound concern regarding these developments, noting that such incidents threatening the long-standing bilateral relationship between the two nations. While South African President Cyril Ramaphosa and law enforcement officials have condemned the violence and reaffirmed that commitment to human rights, the situation remains tense as many foreigners are being advised to stay indoors for their safety. The Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs acknowledged the growing public outrage within Nigeria, but urged citizens to remain calm, assuring them that the government is actively working to safeguard the rights and welfare of Nigerians living abroad. This meeting is expected to serve as a critical platform for demanding decisive action from South African authorities to curb xenophobic practices and ensure the protection of Nigerians' lives and property. Now the business news. In a significant shift for the global financial landscape, cryptocurrency is rapidly transitioning from a niche digital asset into a cornerstone of mainstream finance. Recent months have seen the United States spearhead this integration through the landmark approval of Bitcoin spot ETFs. This regulatory milestone allows both institutional giants and retail investors to gain exposure to Bitcoin through traditional brokerage accounts, removing the technical barriers of digital wallets and private keys. Consequently, what was once a playground for tech enthusiasts is now a multi-million-dollar asset class managed by the world's largest investment firms and commercial banks. For Nigerian investors and the local economy, this global evolution presents a complex mix of opportunity and adaptation. On the positive front, the influx of institutional capital from the West is expected to drive long-term price stability and market growth, potentially increasing the value of assets held by Nigerian crypto users. Furthermore, as international regulatory frameworks become more standardized, there is a growing anticipation that Nigerian authorities may be encouraged to shift from restrictive policies towards a more structured, supportive regulatory environment. However, this newfound maturity comes with trade-offs. The era of total anonymity is fading as governments worldwide increase monitoring to align crypto with global anti-money laundering standards. Locally, the gap between international adoption and domestic banking restrictions remain a challenge, as Nigerian users still face hurdles in seamless fund withdrawals and bank-integrated transactions. Additionally, the tattering of crypto to mainstream finance means that Nigerian portfolios are now more sensitive to external shocks, such as US Federal Reserve interest rate hikes or shifts in American fiscal policy. Ultimately, cryptocurrency is no longer an alternative to the financial system but a vital component of it. While this integration offers unprecedented growth and stability, it also introduces a more controlled environment with less individual independence. As this landscape evolves, the opportunity for Nigerian users remains significant, provided they remain adaptable to a market that is increasingly influenced by global regulation and institutional standards. Now recap on the headlines. Peter Obi dumps ADC. Xenophobic attacks federal government's South African Evolve meeting in Abuja Monday. Crypto goes mainstream. What it means for Nigerians? Keep watching Lekki Prime channel and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our other social media platforms. I am Ahmed Kabs.